Thank you, and excited to be here today telling you the story of Camupac and what we are doing. So, as we all know, we are living in a global waste crisis, which is mostly due to single-use packaging. As a fact, we know that we're over-consuming our natural resources and there is no end in sight. At the same time, luckily, from my perspective, we have regulations putting pressure on disposable food packaging and packaging itself. But at the same time, we don't really have a solution on how to replace this single-use packaging and how to make it scalable and how to replace them, especially with reusables where it's possible. So this is why we exist, that we are aiming on bringing to be one of the problem solvers in this field. And yes, our mission is really to make reusability as fast and easy as possible for our consumers, and we believe that this is the way on making it scalable. So what this Camupac Loop is and what our system is. It is a digital deposit system for reusable products. And where we are currently operating is in takeaway markets. Our customers are restaurants, grocery stores, and home delivery operators. And the point of the whole platform is that it is also built, and our focus will be in the future also on scaling this platform to other areas where we can support reuse in other products and packaging. And what really is the point, why it's a deposit system, is that we believe that incentivizing people with deposits is the best way on having a big amount of reusable items in use at the same time. And we as Finnish people have good experience on that with bottles. So I want to give you a concrete example of what this really means and how we also make reusability easy for our customers and how we provide them the tools for that. So once we start a customership, we provide our, let's say, our restaurant applications and software tools, and obviously the reusable packaging. And they are the ones releasing these deposit packagings to the consumers. And if you're using Camupac for the very first time, you'll end up paying for the reusable package in cash at the cashier. And once, then you can take your takeaway box with you, and whenever you want, you can return it to your closest Camupac point, which is one of our customers. At this moment, you'll get a digital deposit, and with that digital deposit, you can pick up a new fresh package anytime you want, and you always have the possibility to redeem your money. And after this, the washing takes place through our partners in the customer locations and elsewhere when we're talking about grocery stores. And the washing is done according to our instructions that are needed for reusable items. So after this, they are returned back to reuse, and this is how the circular service model goes on and on. And just a little example what this digital deposit means is that we can return the digital deposit to the consumer's Camupac app, or if you're not you don't like digital tools much, then we also offer you the possibility to use one of your favorite cards, which can be your credit card, and you can use that as your deposit account. So we want to lower the barrier on having tools for the deposit. And a little bit knowledge on how this reusable Camupac is working at our customers currently. And I hope this also shows you the trend of reusability, maybe to encourage you on the same road. So we're not everywhere yet in Finland and Helsinki, but we're working hard with that. But the customers that exist, we have been able to replace their 30 to 50% of the single-use takeaway packages with Camupac, and the return rates are over 95%, if we count in 3 weeks the packages after they're released. And it only takes around 3 days actually for the packages to be returned. So consumers are ready. And also this is showing the trend of growing and of where we are heading. And also as news, we're going to be adding the coffee cups into the system quite soon. And we'll be piloting in that area in Helsinki beginning of next year. And I also wanted to show you a little bit from the pilot background. If you're bringing a new circular innovation to the market, it demands piloting and learning what your customers need, what consumers need, and how that works easy for all participants. So that's what we've been doing also. We've been piloting in restaurants, which is our main customer focus nowadays, and now we're expanding in that field. In addition to that, we have grocery store customers, which were pilots in the beginning, and then also home delivery operators. And we believe so far that we found the best way on having the circular model going. And also, I wanted to show you how we expand this. That our focus is in cities where there is people are living close to each other, and there are restaurants and takeaway, and we're building hubs inside these cities and where to have CamuPack. Those are our current customer points currently ticked on the map, and there is the map painted where we are going to be expanding. And then we'll be starting operations in other cities in Finland. But we're not closing international. It sounds now that we're not going to be operating elsewhere than Finland, but we definitely are, and we have already thoughts on this. So stay tuned. So the reusable package experience, as we're not a package company ourselves, but circular and reusable packaging they're really crucial for us, and it's important that these items handle reuse and they are fully recyclable at the end of the life cycle. Currently, we're using plastic material through Orthex is providing us the reusable boxes, and Borealis will be providing the reusable coffee cups. But at the same time, we're keeping our eyes open for biocomposite materials and bio-based materials. So far, they haven't been fitting to our purpose, but the development is fast, and we are keeping an optimistic sight on this. For other quantities that are needed in our use is that their hygiene lasts reuse, and they are fitting for logistics when needed, and these are some of the quantities needed. And also, as I mentioned, is that we're not currently using our platform in other areas, but this will be our focus in the future to also license the platform. So this is why this is that we want to create the biggest impact on having one tool available on how to make reusability easy and have different items in the loop. And why we do this is really basically only for the impacts that it causes, positive impacts. And this is why we believe in reusability. And when we started CamuPack, I wanted to make sure that it's actually environmental friendly to choose reusables. And then we made life cycle assessments and comparing them with different single-use packaging materials. And it's quite clear that using reusable, let's say CamuPack in our case, is the best option. And also, we obviously count the operations of our performance involved, such as raw materials, transport, and washing. And in this, we have obviously taken into consideration that our reusable boxes can handle up to 100 reuses. If you want to know more about our life cycle assessments, you can find information on our websites and ask us. So thank you, it was a pleasure.
Ida, what are the challenges with working around this concept? And what have you conquered so far?
Right. Well, in the beginning, we weren't sure if the consumers are ready for a change, or neither were if the companies were ready for the change. And this obviously needed some research, and then it's as I said, we've been piloting a lot and trying to understand the customer needs and how they are ready. What is their incentive on changing the single-use packaging? But now it's been great to also find out, as the media has been taking quite a strong role in telling the effects of single-use waste, and the trend is really, it's clear to us that it's ready for this, and this is our focus then. But obviously it's been taking a lot of work and different development.
Okay, thank you once again. That's really good.